Well, most of my notes here are, in essence, a kind of my attempt to, in a nutshell, talk about what are the pressures that will arise that will lead to the public reacting against current policies. We've talked a little bit about one of them, which is the fact that the people will become increasingly aware that global emissions are growing, regardless of what people do in Canada. But to add to that point in particular, at the forthcoming COP28, that is the 28th conference of the Framework Convention on Climate Change that will be held in Dubai in November and December of this year, one of the most important issues on the agenda will concern the climate aid that is provided by the wealthier countries to the less developed countries to help them pay for climate mitigation measures. The developing countries have demanded that in the period from 2026 to 2030, the wealthier countries pay $1.3 trillion a year for climate aid. In addition to that, they want $600 billion per year for aid for adaptation. And beyond that, they have demanded that the wealthier countries provide compensation for what is called loss and damages. Now, that basically refers to the impacts of adverse weather events that they claim are caused by historic emissions of greenhouse gases that took place in the industrialized countries. So at a minimum, they're asking for over $2 trillion a year in climate aid. The total economic aid that the wealthier countries now give to developing countries is about $200 billion. So what they're asking for is for a tenfold increase in the aid that developed countries provide to the developing countries. That's not going to happen. That is just simply not going to happen. And when that doesn't happen, the developing countries will insist that under the terms of the Framework Convention on Climate Change, they are not obligated to spend very large amounts of money reducing their greenhouse gas emissions. When they don't do that, then there's no way that at a global level, the net zero objective will be met. And that has to influence Canadian public opinion. Beyond that, of course, there are the reactions that the public may have to the climate policies in Canada.